Hello, beautiful people. It's Anastasia Hunu, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a concept that completely changed my relationship for the better. Because of this one concept, it's a lot easier to get out of any conflict in my relationship, and honestly, my relationship has been so much better ever since I realized this. Same with my husband. So I'm excited to share with you. If you love wifey content, then definitely subscribe and share this with somebody that needs it. With that being said, let's get right into it. This concept has two different parts to it: the crazy cycle and the energizing cycle. This is from a book called Love and Respect. You've probably heard about this book. If you're ready to get married, people have probably recommended it to you. If not, you should definitely go and check it out. But I'm just going to summarize what the two cycles are and how this can really help your relationship and how it has truly changed my relationship. So basically in the book, it outlines how men and women receive love differently. Women and men both need love and respect, but women thrive off love and men thrive off of respect. And there's this crazy cycle that a lot of times we can be in our relationships. And basically it goes like this: if the man isn't showing his wife love, then the wife isn't going to show the husband the respect that he needs. And if he's not getting the respect, then he's not gonna show her love. And it's this crazy cycle where you guys are both just not getting shown the love that you need. And it can be awful because a lot of times you're arguing a lot because you both aren't getting that love. And it can be a bad thing. This is why a lot of marriages end because of this, because women aren't cooperative or don't respect their husbands, or a lot of times they're very harsh with their husbands. And because men aren't showing the women love, and a lot of women say, I don't feel loved in my relationship. And it's true. It's because a lot of times we're on this crazy cycle. And honestly, I was on this in my relationship for a while before we got married. This was a long time ago, but we were on this crazy cycle where we weren't getting the love that we needed. And it was honestly awful because there was a lot of arguing and we didn't really know how to communicate. And that's a whole nother topic that I'll talk about a different time. But this one concept, learning this from my mentors and from this book, really changed everything, because I realized, wow, the way that I was reacting to my man a lot of the times wasn't very respectful. And because of that, he wasn't showing me the love that I truly needed. So there's the crazy cycle, but now we need to get on the energizing cycle to have a better relationship. And this is my favorite part, because ever since learning about the energizing cycle, wow, my relationship has just gotten better and better and better and better. So basically the book outlines how if you're on the crazy cycle, one person needs to decide to get off of the crazy cycle and onto the energizing cycle to start the other cycle. So basically how it works is you have to put your pride aside. I do this a lot. So does my husband. If one of us realizes that we're in the crazy cycle, because sometimes we'll be in an argument and we'll be on the crazy cycle, and then one of us will realize, oh man, what I said wasn't very loving. Or I'll realize, oh man, what I said wasn't very respectful. And that's why he's very, turned off right now and very shut down. And the book outlines this and really goes into detail, so I highly recommend getting it. One of us has to put our pride aside and realize what we had done and get on the energizing cycle. And the energizing cycle is when you are both getting loved how you desire to be loved. So basically, the energizing cycle is if a man is showing his wife love, then the wife is going to show the man respect. And if a man is getting shown respect, then he's going to show his wife love. And it goes into this beautiful cycle where you guys are both getting loved how you want. And because of that, your relationship is thriving until one of you guys decide to get off the energizing cycle, and then you're on the crazy cycle again. And this comes and goes in relationships because, when you're in an argument and you realize you said something wrong, because we're not all perfect, then you're going to realize, oh shoot, I am on the crazy cycle right now. I mean, it's not, those terms don't actually get into my head when I'm in arguments, but I do realize because of this concept that when I'm in an argument with my husband, we're able to fix things like this. And I'm telling you, like this. It doesn't happen every single time because sometimes we're just stubborn and one of us doesn't want to get off the crazy cycle. But There will be so many times, and I promise you, try this in your relationship if you're a woman and you realize you've been very harsh to your husband, or if you realize that you haven't been getting shown love recently very much, then think about how you've been treating your husband. So there will be times that we'll be in some type of argument or disagreement, and I'll say something that was like really disrespectful or whatever it might be, because sometimes I just do, because we're not perfect, like I said, and I'm still learning, okay? And I'll realize in that moment right away, you know what, baby? I'm sorry about what I said. That was not very respectful of me. What I was trying to say was, watch your husband be like, oh, you know what, baby? I'm sorry too. And it can be a beautiful thing, because you guys will both realize in that moment that, you know what? I am, like I said, on the crazy cycle. I am not showing her the love that she needs, or man, that wasn't very nice. And this really works when you guys both have good intentions for each other. Because if you have a spouse that really loves you and really has good intentions, then they're not going to tear you down, make fun of you, or make you feel awful for saying sorry. They're going to realize, wow, they really had to be humble to say sorry and realize that they were in the wrong. And yeah, females, sometimes we are, okay? Sometimes we are. And we just have to own up to it. And it is so beautiful. I'm telling you, it is so beautiful when you realize that you're wrong and you guys can basically make up right then and there, instead of waiting hours and hours of being mad at each other, being on this crazy cycle, arguing about something that wasn't even that big in the first place, you know? And we can be on this energizing cycle of, you know what? I realized what I did. And it's just this beautiful thing. And in the book, it goes into a lot more depth and detail on how to show your husband respect and how to show your wife love. But I'm just talking about this from a woman's perspective. When I realized that I wasn't showing my husband respect and it was ultimately hurting our relationship long term, I changed. Because as a wife, I always want to strive to be better. And honestly, I want to flourish in my relationship. This is something that I will be in for the rest of my life. So why not work on it? Why not work on becoming a better wife? Why not work on making my husband the happiest that he can be and the most peaceful that he can be in our relationship? Because first of all, I love him, but also I know that if I do that, then he's also going to show me the love that I desire. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I truly believe that with this one concept, I think that we are going to have a very long and successful relationship, because if we're both satisfied in how we're getting loved, then there's less temptation for any type of adultery or anything that could ruin our marriage. So that being said, I hope this made sense. Like I said, this has changed so much in my relationship, and there's so much that goes into loving and respecting each other. And like I said, you know, this was a short video and the book talks about it way better than me, but I just wanted to share with you something that could help you. If you learned something and you want to share with someone that possibly needs it, then definitely share the video. And if you love wife content, then definitely subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.